Hello, Ben here. Welcome back to the channel. We've got the Syncro two-wheel drive again. Let's get this on the bench. Let me tell you what I've done to it. Then we're going to get it out and give it a bash. Stay tuned. So I'm back with the Syncro two-wheel drive for the second video. I know it's been a while since I did the first video. Ultra busy with work, but we've got it on the bench. We've not done much to it, but I'm going to show you what I've done to it. Then we're going to take it out to the BMX track and just see how this handles on a loose gravelly surface. I think it's going to be a handful, but I've done a few things that should hopefully help with that. So I've not done tons to it, and as you can see looking at it, not really many changes. I have put a 15 tooth pinion in. I think 15 tooth probably is the sweet spot with this car. I was going to put in this sliding motor mount from Adu Racing. It does fit in here. The motor fits in, it fits in from the bottom. Problem is, this is slightly too high. It's like 2 mil too high. So you can make it work. You can just space up this side of the motor mount. But then that means if you wanted to fit the central brace system, you'd have to actually space that up as well, which isn't going to be good because it actually slots into these little slots. So I decided to not bother with this. The only other option you've got is obviously to take 2 mil off the bottom of here, but unless you've got some really good grinding machinery, it's not going to be easy. But it does fit in, just so you're aware, but you are going to have to mod it for it to work properly. I've tightened up the slipper clutch slightly. It was quite loose, to be totally honest with you, so I've tightened it all the way and then I've let it off. Like, it's hard to say what I've it's not like a normal slipper clutch, so I'm not 100% sure where I am with it, but I've kind of twisted it back one, or like a tiny bit of a turn back. So I tightened it all the way up and then turned it back, but I actually took it out to do it. You can do it while it's in situ. I just found it really awkward, and because I'm not used to this type of slipper clutch, it's very different to everything else I've used before. I decided to take it out, tightened it all the way, and then, like I say, just let it go back a little bit and we'll see how that is. I've put 30,000 diff fluid in the rear, so it comes with 10,000 stock, so I've put 30,000 in just to help with the wheel spin. Hopefully it won't wheel spin as much. The biggest thing I've done with this though is I've fitted a gyro. So what I'm going to do in this video is we're going to run it without the gyro, 3S and 4S, then we're going to run it with the gyro and just see what the difference is. I've just been out on the street just to make sure the gyro is working, and I could tell the difference between non-gyro and gyro. I was surprised actually how well it ran on the street actually out there. It was really good fun, and that 15 tooth pinion definitely wakes it up a little bit. So I'm hoping at the BMX track I can still run it around without the gyro, and then we'll do it with the gyro and just see what the difference is. You know, hopefully with the gyro I can proper pin it and go for it, but we'll see. For those of you who've not used the gyro before, I'm sure most of you have, but if you haven't, the way it works is when you steer right, the gyro goes to the left. So you can hear the gyro there working. So it's counter steering for you to prevent you spinning out. That's on quite low at the moment. So if I turn it up on the controller, there you can see that working loads now. I probably won't have it that high up. I've got it probably a third of the way up, and we'll just play with that while I'm out. Doesn't affect the actual steering, as you can see. Steering still works absolutely fine. You don't want your gyro too high though, because when you're going straight, you'll get wheel wobble. So just want to find what works best for you. And I'd always start on the lowest and just work your way up. But yeah, I had great fun with this at the beach. Absolutely amazing. A lot of sand. I'm still finding tiny little bits of sand now, but I think I've got it all out. But she's all ready to hit the BMX track, so let's get down there and let's see how she does. What a beautiful morning. Absolutely gorgeous. Got the Syncro and we've got the gyro fitted, as I've just mentioned. So let's see how she does around this track. The track itself is one that I'm used to, so I kind of know how cars go around here. We've got the start line here. We've got that jump there. Then there's a jump that you can't see around the berm, over this, back over here, and then that's my finish line. So I'm going to do some timings as well. I'm going to see how quickly it goes around on 3S, how quickly it goes around on 4S, and then also I'm going to see how each one of those batteries, but with the gyro and without the gyro. So we'll see what the difference is. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous morning for it, isn't it? This is what RC is about, getting out with your RC car and having some fun. I'm intrigued about this. I'm not really a gyro fan, and I think I mentioned that in the last video, but you know, it's just, if it needs a gyro, or if it works better with a gyro, or if it's more controllable, then why not? Let's give it a go. Right, let's see how this does. Right, okay, we've got it on 3S to start off with. We've got the gyro turned down to 0. Let's turn this on. Turn this on. And let's see how it gets around the track without the gyro first, and then we'll try it with the gyro. I mean, I'm used to this track, I've run all my cars around here, so I kind of have an idea. I'll also time it as well, how quick I can get it around without the gyro and then with the gyro, okay? Let's start. Whoa. That's pretty slidey, is that? Nice. It's pretty slippy though on this surface. As you can see, it's a bit of a handful. Whoa! No grip on this surface whatsoever. Right, let's start again. Jumps nice though, so smooth. Oh, around there, fine. Oh, not bad at all. Nice. Very nice. Whoa. Definitely walk it with that 15-tooth pinion. Right, let's try it with the gyro turned up a little bit. So about a third of the way up, I think I had it. Right, let's see how it does now. Oh, wow. It's like chalk and cheese. All right, we can proper go at this now. Oh, yes. That has made such a difference. Wow. I can't tell you, it's like I feel more confident that I can throttle it. Nice. And that's only with the gyro turned up about a third of the way. We'll check the best times anyway, from the gyro to non-gyro, but that is brilliant. Oh, wow. I said in the last video I don't really like gyros, and I don't, but that's made a difference, as that. And this is 3S with the 15-tooth pinion, and it's just awesome. Oh, brilliant. Nice air control. Oh. Brilliant. Just so much more control. I still think these tyres are more suited to sand, dirt, you know, proper thick dirt. If you're running on somewhere like this all the time, then some different types of tyres would work better on this, definitely. But with that gyro, that's made such a difference. It's so much more controllable, but still fun. Jumps so nice though. Look at that, how smooth that is. Right, now I've got a few laps. Let's see what's the quickest lap we can do. Nice. Perfect. One more on 3S. Oh, beautiful. See, get to the line. Yes, right. That was pretty quick. You can see the gyro working there. Jumps so nice. Whoa. Whoa. So smooth though. And I think this 15-tooth pinion with the 3S is just like a match made in heaven. There you go, I said it. Look how smooth that is. Beautiful. Shocks working really well. You know, I've not had to actually do anything to the shocks whatsoever. Not change the droop, anything. Oh, we lost it there. Get this on 4S and we'll do exactly the same again, and we'll see what best time we can get, but we'll also do it without the gyro first, then with the gyro. That's one thing I do love about two-wheel drive cars. It doesn't get mucky in the middle because no spray from the front wheels really, because there's no power, so all the spray's going out the back, so your actual tub stays pretty clean. There we go, 4S. Right, let's turn this gyro right down again. Turn it right off. Let's see how we do. Gonna be a bit of a handful, but whoa. I think we'll struggle to get it around cleanly, but we'll give it a go to get a time. See if we can beat the 3S time with the gyro, but I doubt it. No, this is pretty difficult, I'll be honest with you. Just see if we can get a smooth, at least one lap timing. Whoa. That wasn't a bad time. Just try one more and then we'll stick the gyro in. Still jumps so nice though. So not impossible. That's a clean lap. Right, perfect. Let's turn the gyro up to about the same as before we had it. Right, let's try now. Oh yes. Let's see if we can beat that 3S time. Power is not always quicker. It's about smoothness and hitting those jumps right and being able to get your throttle down as well. So you got a lot more power with 4S, but it's still much more controllable with that gyro. Oh, lost it though in that corner. It's a lot harder to keep straight, but we're doing it. And I will put up here what my best time is with 4S as well, with the gyro. Oh, I don't like that curve there. Oh yes. 15.2, 4S. Nice bit of power. I don't think you'd want a 17.2 unless you're kind of just running off that surface maybe and you just want pure speed, but somewhere like this, 15.2 is perfect. Whoa! Right, let's concentrate and see if we can get a good lap. Nice clean lap. Get to the start line. Go. Whoa. That wasn't a good start, was it? Nice. Oh, beautiful. Awesome. Oh, yes. Getting used to it now. Oh, absolutely awesome. So much fun. Nice, nice. Oh, we lost it on that last jump. Let's see, we usually do a test on here with 4-wheel drive cars, power it around that berm and then jump it over here and see how it performs. Let's try again. Oh no, look, I'm just spinning out at the end. Can't get it. Oh, it's going to take some concentration. Oh. Gonna get this. Just remember to be so smooth and just accelerate out at the last minute. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. That's the way to do it. Oh, yes. Let's try that again. That was awesome. Turns in so nice. Forget about that about 2-wheel drive cars. You hardly have to input for steering. Turns in beautifully. To say this is a 4-wheel drive car that's been turned into a 2-wheel drive, when I think it's awesome. You've got to remember as well, a lot of 4-wheel drive race buggies were originally 2-wheel drive. That is one thing just to bear in mind. A lot of the platforms you see racing, a lot of the race buggies did it in the past. They turned their 2-wheel drive cars into 4-wheel drives. Didn't redesign the whole thing, just made some tweaks and turned it into a 4-wheel drive. So saying that, that's why I don't have an issue with a company turning a 4-wheel drive into 2-wheel drive. I think they've done it pretty well. They've put the slipper clutch in there, got them bigger rear wheel tyres. So yeah, I mean, agree with me or disagree with me, that's cool, and love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments below. Do you think it's a bit of a cheap out, or do you think actually no, it's a good idea, you know, it's good fun two-wheel drive? Or do you think it should have come with a gyro to start off with? Tell me what you think. All I know is this car is awesome and it's great fun and I love it. Nice. Whoa. Whoa. Just playing with the gyro as well, finding your sweet spot. I've just turned it down a tad. The only problem with gyros is when you're in the air, it can affect the way that the car handles in the air. But doesn't seem to be affecting this too much. Obviously your air control is all done by your rear wheels in the air, so your front wheels are just dangling out there, as you can see. Well, that's all done, LVC, but what a run, what an absolute run. Fantastic. Just check these temperatures. Not as warm, but it's not hot. I can keep my finger on there for more than 10 seconds. ESC is absolutely fine, battery's fine, and look how clean it is in the inside. That's what I love about two-wheel drive cars. All the muck is on the outside and on the rear. The front's not too bad, but that was awesome. Let's take this back and I'll tell you what my thoughts are. We've got her back and look how clean she looks. Cleaned up really nice. I do love that about two-wheel drive cars. They're so much easier to maintain and keep clean. The inside was awesome. I mean, I've hardly had to touch the inside and it still really looks like brand new. But yeah, if anybody's interested how I clean mine, I use really hot water to clean it. I then dry it in front of the fire and I GT85 it all afterwards. And that's how I clean my rigs. So what are my final thoughts about running this with or without a gyro? Should Corally have stuck a gyro in it in the first place? You tell me in the comments below. Personally, I think this car is awesome, and I think at the beach and on the right surface, then these tyres do grip really well. I think if you're running it on like quite loose gravelly or like the BMX track I've just been at, you're going to need a gyro or you're going to have to change the wheels. But I think a gyro for this is absolutely spot on. I'm just using the Dumbo receiver and transmitter, which is pretty reasonably priced here in the UK. I think you get it for about 33 quid. You can get it on AliExpress a lot cheaper, obviously, but you have to wait for it to come. But yeah, so far, I'm really enjoying this car. And I'm glad that I tried it with a gyro because I think I had even more fun than I would have been. I have to admit, on 4S, it was a struggle getting it around there. When I was just sending it and jumping it, I had the gyro turned off on those big jumps and didn't really need it. But when you try to get around a track or something like that, or just power slide it, then a gyro does really help. As you can see, I've put the times up here for what I got running this. So with 3S, with no gyro, we did 21 seconds. With the gyro, we did 18 seconds. Then on the 4S, without the gyro, we did 19 seconds. And with the gyro, we did 16 seconds. So obviously, with the gyro, hands down, it's a lot faster around the track because it's a lot more manageable. I'm a bit surprised, actually. I thought it felt a bit slower when I was on the 4S without a gyro. but we're only a second slower than 3S with the gyro. So I don't know if that really tells us anything. I think the only thing it does tell us is this car is a lot more manageable with a gyro, and that's about it really. So what's next for this car? Well, I've got a few plans for this car. One of them is to actually turn it into a 4-wheel drive and 6S it. That's one of the options. The other option is to keep it as 2-wheel drive and maybe run it at 5S. I've got a bigger motor, bigger ESC I could put in it, and maybe see how it handles with 5S. What would you like to see? Please comment below. No breakages from this car whatsoever. It took a few tumbles. I've not really sent it. I think once we get it up to, you know, the 5S or the 6S, then we can probably backflip this and do some bigger jumps, but it's taken everything I've thrown at it so far. No servo, the electronics have been working fine. The electronic ESC I've left as stock. I've not messed with that at all. There's no overheating issues with the motor or anything like that. The shocks are still, as you can see, I've not even tuned these and they're still working absolutely great. But yeah, enjoying this car so far, and all I can say is it puts a big smile on my face. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember those thumbs up, and remember, if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything and it just really helps the channel. Really do appreciate it. And if you like this video, then make sure you check one of these videos up here. Happy RCing.